Put on your red shoes.
This is Bobby Blackhat. Welcome to the Red Shoes Podcast.
Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes tonight.
Hey, everybody. This is the Red Shoes Podcast. My name's George Marsh, also known as Red Shoes. And I would like to welcome to the show today an amazing organization called Soundscapes. I'm here with Rey Ramirez, program director, co-founder, and performance ensemble coach, and also plays the horn. And he has two of his the organization's students, I guess, from Soundscapes, who have been with the Soundscapes for several years. And it's Tyler Pickett. Is that right? All right. And he is with the Peninsula Youth Orchestra, concert master and member of the performance ensemble and plays violin. And then we have Jayden Bunch. Is that Birch or Bunch? Bunch. Okay. He is the youngest to audition and win a place in the performance ensemble, and plays tuba and saxophone. Is that right?
Sousaphone.
Sousaphone.
Good old brain band sousaphone. Yeah.
Where are y'all from? I mean,
yeah. So, why don't you guys start out? Where are you guys from?
I'm from Newport News, Virginia.
okay.
Newport News, Virginia.
Newport News, Virginia. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I hail from Texas, South Texas.
Okay.
Deep South Texas. You can't go any further if you're in Mexico. If you go any further, Brownsville area.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. And we have sitting off to the side, I just wanted to mention, you want to announce yourself?
I'm Katie. I'm the communications manager at Sound.
There you go.
Yes. We can't do anything without Katie. Katie, make sure we're all on point.
Well, give us a kind of what is Soundscapes? If someone didn't know what it was about.
Yeah. So Soundscapes is I can't believe we're already in our 17th season. We started in 2009, and the whole idea of Soundscapes is that we are using music as a vehicle for social change. And we're inspired by a South American paradigm that music is one of the best ways to build life skills. You know, as a musician, you got to be able to think ahead. When's the next concert? What do you got to do in order to get to that next concert? And the way when we talk about building life skills, music's not easy, right? I mean, we get to a point where we're going to play, even putting down that first finger.
Right.
Is it going to be sharp? Is it going to be flat? Or, I mean, is it going to sound anywhere good? Music has a whole bunch of fail points, but what's beautiful about music is that within those fail points are places for us to grow and succeed. And the whole tradition of teaching music is about moving us forward.
Cool.
And that's what really at the core of what Soundscapes is. It's using music as a place to grow and become better people as a whole. Yeah.
Well, how did it form? I mean, what was
So, in 2009, I was speaking with our co-founder, Ann Henry, and she was looking at things that were happening in Newport News, some gun violence, other things that were happening. She was wanting to start a nonprofit that was going to help the youth.
Okay.
And she wanted to, she was going to do a warm-up nonprofit, and she said, "Oh, this music nonprofit will be easy," and so it didn't turn out to be so easy.
Right.
But she recruited me. I was with the Virginia Symphony Orchestra.
Okay.
And we kept talking. And actually, I moved to the Baltimore Symphony for a while, and we kept the conversation going. And she's really enticing, when we're talking, and I really wanted to come and start a program like this.
Okay.
And when I moved back into the area, my wife's a clarinetist with the Air Force Band there at Langley Air Force Base, and I moved back into the area, and we started out at Carver Elementary with 80 students.
Oh, wow.
And it was really amazing to have so many people excited from the get-go.
Right.
And from those 80 students, now we've served thousands and thousands of students. And that started out at Carver Elementary, which is in Newport News.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Title I school, but now we have created a continuum of education that, starting with that first grade class in 2009, now we have students from now we serve second graders all the way to age 25. And that's through our Carver program, our Greenwood program, our Discovery STEM Academy program. And then also we have other programs that are for more of the community. We
Right.
have the Peninsula Youth Orchestra, and we also started last year the Peninsula Youth Jazz Band.
Okay.
And so it's all different types of genres, because it's really not about the genre specific. It's about the idea that music can change people.
Change things.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So how did these two come to be as part of the organization?
Well, you have
And
two
students.
You have two stars here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Jayden.
Don't really know what to say, but I spent hard days practicing and working, and I made sure that I listened and paid attention to definitely Mr. Ramirez. He's definitely the number one supporter.
Cool. Now, did you guys like come to school and tell the students about your organization, and then
Yeah,
you got
that's a great
interested?
question.
You
Yeah,
know,
because-
how does that work?
So
I
our
mean,
daily programs, the ones at Carver, Greenwood, and Discovery STEM, are open to the students at those schools.
okay.
And so a lot of times we'll go, and we have so much demand, we'll have a lottery, and people will sign up, and they'll come into the program. A lot of times, like Tyler started in first grade, right?
Wow.
And Jayden started in third grade, and that that allowed them to kind of get their musical start. And at that point, everybody kind of has their own path. Some skyrocket musically, others it's a social refuge
Right.
for them, and it's a place for them to find their people, right? And to find a safe space. And what's beautiful about Soundscapes is it can open up worlds for them, and I'm sure we can discuss them. I mean,
Mhm.
these two professionals here, and I will continue to say professionals because they really are. They've traveled around the country, doing amazing things and taking part in great musical ensembles because of the skills that they have built
Okay.
on here at Soundscapes, and they're doing great things.
That's awesome. So you said first grade.
First grade. So my mom, my mom signs me up for everything. Like, I'll do random community service because my mom signed me up for it.
Right.
So I found out that she signed me up for this after school program. I had no idea what it was.
Oh no.
Just showed up after school, and I've been there ever since. It was probably the best decision my mom has ever made for me.
So what was your very first instrument? I mean,
My very first instrument was a bucket. I was given a Home Depot bucket. It was about 5 gallons, I think, and rhythm sticks. And we just started drumming away. And
Okay.
that was like the foundation for everything. Now my violin.
Okay.
Same thing.
Really? Okay.
hmm So like one time we go to visit. I have some family who lives in North Carolina, and when I was like younger, I think it was around second and third grade. My grandma was like, "There's a program." I don't think she told me the name, but it was like a music program, and she was like, "You can learn instruments, and at the school you can learn and discover new talents and skills." And I was like, should I do this? It's something new, but I was like, don't really have much to do, so
Right.
I thought maybe I can learn a new talent or at least put myself out there into doing some new things. And I went there, and at first I was like, "What is this place?" But I was like, "At least it's at my school."
Right.
So
Because it's after school, right? I mean, it's
yeah.
like, yeah, okay.
So I continued doing it, doing drumming on buckets, like Tyler said. We
Okay.
had many keyboards and stuff like that. Basically, like the foundation, creating music off of basic things, and then move our way up. And then I was placed in level 2, and um that's when I met Mr. Williams.
Okay.
He also had he's another person who had a really good impact in my musical career.
That's
And
awesome.
yes, I appreciate him a lot. And then Mr. Benson, another person who has an impact, he said he would do a thing where I can come to level 3 because I wanted to go to level 3 so bad, and I was practicing for it. He was like, "You can go to level 3 for this week, and then at the end of the week, I'll tell you if you made it to where you could start actually playing with us and made it to level 3." That was like my first year where like it wasn't really like that
Right.
many people in level 3. And then at the end of the week, I was so happy
He's
because
stoked.
he said I could. Yeah, he said I can go there, and it was like really fun, and like it just makes me really happy to see how much Soundscapes has progressed
Oh, that's
and went
awesome.
this far.
That's totally cool.
Yeah, these guys. I mean, with Jayden, he's talking about the folks that have kind of led him through, and we call them our teaching artists.
Okay.
And those teaching artists kind of help our students grow and guide them. And we kind of use this system called the CAT system. And it stands for Citizen, Artist, Teacher, and Scholar.
Okay.
And really, as we go through, and if anybody listening out there, that you're a musician and you have talents to give, and you fit into this category, please reach out to us because we are looking for folks that want to be part of our community. That's where that citizen comes in. And of course, we want artists, musical artists as well. But there's artists in so many ways. Like if you're artistic in the way that you communicate with other people,
Right.
that it seems like you're very artistic in communicating and getting people out there,
Right.
right? And so that artistic side is what we're looking for. And then, of course, the transfer of knowledge, the teaching aspect, and then the scholar aspect is that we are always looking for people that are looking to try something new and learn something new, because that spirit of learning is really what we want from our students.
Exactly.
And so that CAT system has been working for us for 17 years. And, I really truly believe that all of our students, especially the students that have stayed with us for a long time, embody that CAT system as well. And they're all citizen artists and teachers and scholars.
And the teachers is all volunteer. I mean, it's
no.
Okay.
Because I mean, we're all professional musicians. We're all out there working, and to have that art and to have that specialty that should be compensated.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Well, how I mean, what's your area? I mean, is it just local to Newport News, or is it where are you all at?
sure. Well, the 3 daily programs that I said are in Newport News, and then we also have our community programs, like I said, but those are open to students from the peninsula, the
Okay.
Virginia Peninsula. Now, you talked about the area,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool because this year, actually today, we are starting a brand new program in the Richmond area
Okay.
over in Chesterfield County. And so today is the first day that they get to start signing up.
Awesome.
So Soundscapes is officially becoming statewide.
Okay.
Today we've officially become statewide. So I'm really excited about that. But we have a great team that we've been able to curate up there, and the same thing that is happened for 17 years here in the peninsula
Mhm.
is going to be happening in the Richmond area. But I can tell you, like, Jayden, he's young, he's 12, but Jayden spent 6 weeks in Interlochen this past summer. Interlochen is kind of like the gateway for all of these professional, the people that are sitting in these orchestras, these professional orchestras. They all went to a camp like this,
Okay.
probably Interlochen itself, and Jayden has already gotten to experience that. Tyler has spent time at Disney Hall playing with Gustavo Dudamel, uh, who is the conductor of the LA Phil, now the New York Philharmonic,
Wow.
and doing amazing things. And not only is he playing, but he keeps getting asked to come back, not just as a musician, but as in their leadership team as well, and doing leadership studies as well.
That's amazing.
I mean, these are two amazing kids, and they're not an anomaly in our program.
Okay, cool. We have 3 songs that you guys I have queued up. One of them is called La Vida, is that right? And one of them is Pick Up Your Instruments, and then the other one is I Hear Mama's Voice. Is there anyone particular you want to play first? Is there a story that you would like to tell about each one? Or
Well, you guys were in La Vida, right?
Yeah.
So La Vida means life.
okay.
Do you remember that? That was in 2023. I know that feels like forever ago. That was part of our creative composition, and a lot of times what we do is we spend time not only making music that has been written, but it is important to be able to put out our ideas. But what we have our students do is write music together.
Okay.
And so can you tell us a little bit about that creative composition process, Tyler?
Yeah, so it was a part of PYO, the Peninsula Youth.
Peninsula Youth Organization.
We meet once a week, about 2.5 hours. It's people from all over the area, the peninsula area. And, I think we go to age 25, so it's all ages. And we're all a part of this one big project that we have maybe 2, like, I don't know how many rehearsals we had. It was not enough time, like, to get something super, super good. Like, you want to put something out there, you want it to be 110% perfect. We had maybe like 6 rehearsals, right? And there was only half a rehearsal because we had other music we had to make on top of this piece we were trying to make. So we would sit down. One of our staff members, he would have us create themes. How are we feeling over this past month? What do we want to feel? What do we want to convey? And we took that. We brainstormed ideas. We had this huge sheet of paper, and everybody would just take their marker, write down what they're feeling. And we got, like, I think 3 common themes. We're feeling A, B, and C. So we broke up into like these sections. Okay, group A, how would you convey this emotion?
Right.
Group B, how would you convey? And, and we took those ideas and we ran with it. And, looking back, it's impressive, honestly. Like to do that in a short amount of time, it was hard, but well worth it.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to play it if that's okay.
Playing outside in the dirt with my friends, not having a care in the world. I used to sleep under the Christmas tree. I used to hear the birds sing in the morning. Wait to get home from school. My favorite show's coming on. Singing nursery rhymes with my family, playing the parachute game.
Tired all the time. I feel like my voice isn't heard. I'm lost in a sea of thoughts. I'm worried my expectations may not be my reality. I used to play outside all the time, but now I feel like I don't see the sun. I feel uncertain about my life. happiness. I'm filled with joy and excited to see how my future will turn out, but anxious as well. The future does not favor me. Consuming me, surrounding me, trying to rip away my joy. I see the light at the end of a tunnel. Choo-choo!
Yeah, that's deep for a bunch of kiddos, right?
Yeah.
I
Is
mean,
that it? Is that it?
yeah, that's it. Yeah. Talking about life and
Yeah.
their thoughts. Any reflection on that?
I don't think I've listened to it. It was so nostalgic. I was just like thinking, like I could hear my part in there. It was
Right.
but yeah. It was
And
really-
how many musicians were part of that? I mean,
I don't know.
I think
How
there was like
much?
24.
okay.
That's a lot, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was really powerful. Like the way we were just able to do that in such a short amount of time.
Right. And where was that performed at?
That was over at the American Theater in Hampton and Phoebus.
Cool.
Yeah. But, for them to pick a theme of, all of this is kind of coming back to me, because, just the rehearsal process and I remember them thinking about the storm and I remember when the guitar came in, that was kind of like the sun coming up,
Okay.
and a sunrise coming up on a new part of what life was kind of difficult.
Right.
And you can hear Jordan at the end kind of saying, I see darkness, but I'm
Right.
it was something along the lines of, I see darkness, but I'm not going to let it get to me,
Right.
kind of thing. And, pushing forward. These are all, deep things
Yeah.
for teenagers to kind of be grappling with, and
Right.
for them to collectively have a space to talk about this and to put it in a
Right.
in a way for them to talk. I mean, a lot of times you have musicians that they're at home, or maybe they'll co-write with one or two musicians, but co-writing with 24 people is
It's like herding cats. I mean, as they say. I mean, it's just a lot.
it is a lot, but when it kind of comes together and coalesces, that it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
To see all of that work out, and I remember they worked out we like broke the groups up, and they wrote several different movements
Okay.
of life, kind of the life cycle.
Now, was that performed in front of an audience?
It was,
Okay.
yeah, over at the American Theater. Yeah, that's cool.
So, what do your family and friends think of your all's involvement? I mean, they.
My family is always so proud. Like everybody, I get to tell people like, oh, I do this, I play violin, and they're just like, oh dang, you're only 17. I think I was like what 14 and when I did that. So
Right.
just doing that and having the ideas of 25-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 14-year-olds, it was just like such a like I keep saying but it was very powerful to see the different ideas people
Right.
had.
And Jayden, with your age, I'm sure your friends are like in wow, right?
Yes, I have lots of friends at school in my band class, and they're like, "How do you make money? How do you do all of these things?" And I'm just like, "Soundscapes."
There you go.
Yeah. The idea of having our students have voice isn't really only at the older levels. The anthem that we wrote, "Pick Up Your Instruments,"
Mhm.
is something that we worked on with a group from Northern Virginia, and man, I'm blanking on the name. Kid Pan Alley, yes. Yeah, and Kid Pan Alley came in to work with our students, and the whole idea was that we were going to write 6 songs within a period of 2 weeks, and they were only going to have a period of 2 hours total.
Oh, wow.
To write the 2 hours per song.
Right.
And 2 of those songs needed to be an anthem of what Soundscapes was. And so we had the older students write an anthem, and we had younger students write an anthem. And then we had people vote. And actually, the one we're going to hear, Pick Up Your Instruments, was actually written by our younger students, the students that are in our level 1, so that's 2nd and 3rd grade.
Okay.
And you can see when you listen to the words, you can you can see the excitement,
Nice.
and it comes. It's being part of this Soundscapes band, and when Tyler says that you get to hear ideas from the older students and younger students than him, and the performance that we're going to hear is actually is this just the performance ensemble, or this is the whole group? Yeah, the performance we're going to hear is the whole organization. So you're going to hear kids that are singing that just started with our organization that year. And then you're also going to hear kids that have been in our program for 16 years.
That's amazing.
All at the same time, playing music that was written by kids that have just started,
That's amazing.
I think you're going to really enjoy this.
Well, let's listen. And this one is Pick Up Your Instruments.
Yeah. So pick up your instruments. We got the brass and the strings, percussion. Together we can play most anything.
That's
That's the
amazing.
message. Yeah.
And now, where was that one performed? Is that
That was over at the Ferguson Center
okay?
at our community concert, and I know the words were a little hard to hear, but you can get a
Yeah.
reprise of that because coming up on April 26th over at the Ferguson Center at the Diamondstein Concert Hall, you'll get to see about 250 students or more on stage with the orchestra and kids singing, subtitles on, and you'll be able to see them perform this and many other things at our Virginia Community Music Festival concert, which is open and free,
To everybody.
open to the public. And the whole theme of that concert coming up on April 26th is "We Are America's Voices," or "We Are America's Story," and really that's because the future is really
Right.
with our students. And so we're gonna be hopefully be capturing stories of our students, stories of families, and really showing the richness of who we have within Soundscape.
Oh, sounds
So
so
please come out
amazing.
and check it out.
That'd
Yeah.
be really cool. Well, the Red Shoes podcast is sponsored by 757livemusic.com.
This podcast is sponsored by the popular local live music calendar at 757livemusic.com. When you want to know when and where your favorite bands and musicians are performing, our online calendar covers Gloucester, Yorktown, Williamsburg, Toronto, Charles City, New Kent, featuring information on live music events to over 55 venues. Visit 757livemusic.com. On behalf of all local musicians, bands, and venues, we thank you.
And we're also sponsored by Nickelnoss Pub here in Newtown. And on Wednesday nights, they have an open mic hosted by local singer-songwriter Aaron Bemis. And then they also have live music on Friday nights. So we have a third song queued up. It's called, music, I should say, not song. I Hear Mama's Voice.
Yeah,
And-
well, actually, this one you can call a song. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, Bobby Black.
Bobby
Hat
Black,
very
he
well,
does the
right?
intro for the podcast and outro.
Yeah. So Bobby worked with us, and he truly is a connector
Yes.
in our community, and he's just an amazing musician, and he is there for the youth. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I was at his birthday bash a couple days ago, and all you heard on stage about Bobby Black Hat was that he because of Bobby Black Hat, they had the opportunity to make
Right.
this music, and he actually opened up his whole birthday bash with this song called "I Hear Mama's Voice." A song that he wrote as a tribute to his mother after his
Okay.
mother passed away.
Wow.
And he, several years ago, he wanted to kind of do something really special with that. And he had an arranger work out a strings and orchestra arrangement. But then kind of it never got finished. And so we started talking, we'd love to work together. And he was like, I had this unfinished project. And so we talked about it. And, with things with Bobby, in the orchestra world, you plan ahead. You plan a season, a whole year in advance, right? Bobby, we decided, I think, in February that we were going to do this arrangement that did not exist fully in May. And he called his string person. He was like, "Hey, can you finish up this arrangement?" And he gets people moving.
He does.
And so not only did Bobby come in and do this song, which we recorded with the Peninsula Youth Orchestra, but he came and he gave some talks to the group. And Bobby has this book that he wrote, and he has his rules.
Yeah.
And what's the number one rule? Do you remember the number one rule?
Always have fun.
Always have fun. Always have fun. And that is the number one rule. And I think the kids adhere to that rule all the time. So we spent a lot of time. We recorded this over in the fairly new or revamped band hall at Christopher Newport University. Got to work with his amazing band, Lucy, Danny, all of his band of it, just amazing musicians. And one of my favorite things, we get a whole selfie of the orchestra and his band. And I was lucky enough to conduct this, and it's just so fun. And it's actually, I think, the only time that Peninsula Youth Orchestra has been on like all of the Spotify and all that, because Bobby puts it out.
He does.
He gets it there.
He does.
But Bobby really, it was new for him to do something that, because blues is pretty unscripted,
right?
Orchestra music is not unscripted. We're pretty scripted. But it was new for him to kind of have that.
That's really cool.
Where I'm going to sing, or when I'm going to take a solo, or who's taking a solo here and there. But it worked out really well. And since then, he's done this arrangement with several Symphonicity and several other orchestras in the area.
Nice. Well, let's listen.
Oh, we have the live version. Okay, so this is the live version when we were over at the American Theater. But we also have a recorded version. You can find us on all the major things.
I hear my mother's voice. She talks to me every day. I hear my mother's voice Although mama's dead and gone, she still has a lot to say. Children don't like to listen, take advice from a big mama's school. Children don't like to listen, take advice from a big mama's school. But mama always knew best. Mama didn't raise no fool. Son, don't be late for work. Sit down, have a good meal. Never lie, never cheat, never steal. Treat people with respect. Follow the golden rule. Put your faith in God when you're down and out with the blues. I hear my mother's voice. She talks to me every day. I hear my mother's voice. She talks to me every day. Although mama's dead and gone, she still has a lot to say. A lot to say. A lot to say.
Yeah.
Wow. I can sit and listen to him all night long. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I mean, that was a great experience working with him, right, guys?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the way he let us in and combine orchestral instruments,
right.
blues instruments, it was such an experience. I loved it.
He's just a fun person to be around. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him not smiling.
No, not at all. But I mean, just the idea of getting that blues genre, which never is played in the
Right.
orchestra. I remember just seeing the students really get into it. I mean, it was a lot of fun. And I'm just picturing, as it was playing, picturing the orchestra as they were playing in the faces and the
Right.
movements and the bowing and everything like that. That was a lot of fun. And I remember one of the things that is very memorable is Bobby really took that to was very emotional at the end.
Nice.
And so he went out and then came back and actually even before he even took his bow, he just kind of broke down and
Wow.
he was crying and he gave me the biggest hug.
That's amazing.
Right there from the podium, and it was a special moment, that live portion.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned the Virginia Community Music Festival, which is Sunday, April 22nd, starts at 3 p.m. at the Ferguson Center for the Arts. And then I think there's 2 more upcoming shows. Classical Icons, the Peninsula Youth Orchestra Winter Concert, which is Sunday, December 22nd. So it's coming up, everybody.
21st.
21st.
Yeah.
Oh, 21st. Okay. And it's starts at 3 p.m. and also at the Ferguson Center for the Arts.
Yeah, limited tickets left.
Okay.
I did see, but there's some tickets there. But
Okay.
so
Do
get
they
on
just go to the Ferguson Center?
it. They do, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then there's the Peninsula Youth Orchestra side by side with the Virginia Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah.
Wednesday, March 4th at 7:30, also at the Ferguson Center for the Arts.
Right, and they'll be able more than likely that will come up in the next week or so, and they'll be able to get tickets for that. But that's going to be a great event too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then people can get in touch with you all via soundscapes.org.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
then Soundscapes HR on all of
social
the
media,
different platforms. Yeah.
Okay. And you can also donate out there, everybody, by going to soundscapes.org/donate. I had the privilege of donating $50 at a recent event with the Connection and Carlson's Coop. I got the Connection to play Freebird for $50.
Yeah, that's great. And one of the best ways to if you want to show your support is we have an Encore Club that you can continue, even if it's a small amount, if it's $10 or something like that, that sustained gift is really important to us, and it allows for us to kind of have a reliable source of income for the near future. So that would be very helpful.
That's awesome. Any final thoughts? I mean, anything anybody wants to say, or?
Well, no, just thank you so much for giving us this platform, and come out and see us.
Oh, I will. And please, reach out to me if you guys want to feature students once a month. We'll get them on the show here. And like I say, I do these shows spur of the moment when things come up. So please feel free to reach out to me.
I do have one last plug. We have a performance ensemble, which both of these guys are part of. They can go to soundscapes.org, and they can actually, if they have parties or private parties or anything like that, that is a group that they can actually hire out and go and perform. And they do all different genres, from jazz to pop to even musical pieces. So they do a whole bunch of things, and I think you saw them at Frothy Moon.
Frothy Moon, yep.
Mm-hmm. And so they're an amazing ensemble, so you can hire them.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks for coming, you all, and we're going to end the show here.
Thank you.
This is Bobby Blackhat. Thanks for listening.
Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes.